Who am I?
Yes.
I don't know. No, okay.
Oh.
So my name is Paul Desbaillets. I'm born here in Montreal. I started sort of working for myself in my 20s. We opened a clothing store called Three Monkeys downtown with two of my friends. One of them actually was a school friend, and we were working with local artists.
Yeah.
That led me to some stuff in New York, which then led me into the restaurant business. Before that, I was a busboy with the DeSalvio family. And then before you know, we opened up a pub in 2008 on Notre Dame with some partners called the Burgundy Lion. And then that transitions me into what I'm doing right now, full-fledged, is running a charity called the Goal Initiatives Foundation, where we take money, we give it back to the community through football initiatives and conversations and kids. I started a podcast that also became a live radio show at the same time called The First Half on TSN 690, and obviously on Spotify and wherever else you get podcasts. And then, which then led me to this exact moment in time where I'm part of the FC Supra, which is first ever Canadian Premier League team here in Quebec, led by Rocco Placentino, the president, but also the brainchild of the project. And I'm putting everything I think I know in football as a chief brand officer, but I wear a couple of other hats as well to add my little 2 cents to this big picture to get Quebec football on the Canadian scene, but also on the international scene. So that's it in a nutshell.
Wow, that's a lot of things you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to be a good father.
What was your first hustle growing up?
My first real job, or my first job like as a teenager?
Just anything you think is interesting.
Well, I guess
because your life is very interesting.
Well, you think it's interesting. That's fantastic.
Everyone does.
Yeah. Well, I think my first job was a lifeguard.
Oh,
believe it or not. Yeah, was a lifeguard at a pool.
In Montreal?
In Montreal. And then my best lifeguarding job was at Marianopolis, which was, I don't know. The school doesn't exist anymore. Where it was, it's now, condos. But it was a thing. Being a that was like my first job. This was teen.
Yeah, I know a few people who were lifeguards.
16, 17, I guess.
Did you save anyone?
I saved a kid.
Actually?
Yeah, but it's not like resuscitation.
Yeah. Well, he was just drowning a bit.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, but kids panic.
They panic.
People panic in the water.
Right.
And this is literally, that's the thing. If you don't panic, you usually can get yourself out of a situation, and that goes for life.
Right.
But when you panic, you like
that's a life lesson right there.
Lesson.
Yeah, that was also a question. So there you go.
Yeah, but but in the water especially, it's just like a quicksand. You got to stop moving and sort of reassess what's happening. But you're a kid.
Exactly.
You're.
Even now, I freak out fast. And then, so what was the biggest risk you ever took in your career?
The biggest risk I ever took
could be anything.
I think. Well, it sounds crazy. It sounds insane, to be honest. But it's right now with what I'm doing with this group with FC Supra.
Okay.
This football club in the Canadian Premier League.
Can you explain what you're doing?
Yeah. Well, so the big sweet title is a chief brand officer.
Okay.
But we're taking a club that was a brainchild from this guy named Rocco Placentino, ex-footballer, played for the Impact, Team Canada. And he put this together with some really big investors, and they decided to put a football team together here in Quebec. First one.
Wow.
And anybody who understands trying to put up, anything from the ground up, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of mistakes. It takes a lot of, what are we doing? Even if we think we know what you're doing, you have to change midstream so you don't really know what you're doing. And going from the industry of bars and restaurants and late nights and sort of that world into a world that's, you think the bar business is 24 hours a day. Let me tell you, the sports business is 24 plus hours a day.
Oh, wow.
It's insane. It's amazing. Lots of egos, lots of people, players, staff, leagues. There's just a lot of moving pieces. So you're trying to get this story out. You're trying to get people to know about these players, but you're also trying to make sure that all the numbers work out and everybody's, doing their part to make it work. It's a very big leap. It's a very big,
Well, it's fun though, no?
It's amazing. No, it's freaking amazing.
So what do you do all day?
Can you swear on this show?
Yes,
no.
obviously. I don't care.
You go beep, or you're
just you keep it. But then when you add it to YouTube, you just say a little explicit, Not for children.
Not for children.
Not for children. You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm very chill. So what do you do all day? What do you do in the morning for that? Like you wake up, emails, do you go to practices?
Yeah, you do everything.
You go to practices.
So my role isn't to be there's no coaching here. There's not, like none of that stuff. I'm really on the other side. So there's when you look at a football club, there's the management side, the branding, the ticketing, marketing, design, social, all of that, and then there's the sporting side.
Okay.
So there's the sporting side, which is guys that have been in football for some time, and then there's our side. When I say our side, there's a team over there. They're all doing a bunch of different pieces. And so what I'll do basically from the morning till the night is I'll deal with a few fires, lots of phone calls, lots of emails, lots of hands-on stuff, a lot of community building. And there's a lot of people in the team, doing the job. I would say like everybody on that side are at least doing the job of 3 people.
Okay.
So everyone is doing the job of 3. I kid you not.
Yeah.
So the lift is heavy.
Yeah.
But it's exciting. And you've got to love it. Like you hear on the show, like you're not going to do this if you're not into it.
Exactly.
If you don't do the
Sometimes
research.
you have a little,
Yeah, but that's okay
but
too.
That's
like
life,
being
right?
tired.
Exactly.
You get tired, you have a good nap, and you start again.
Right. You know what? You take a week off and then it's fine.
Take a week off. Yeah, exactly.
Take a week off,
Yeah.
Do we know anyone that's in that's playing? Like, are there any like cool
You have David Schraniel that's there right now. Sean
Okay.
Rea,
But I'm just saying because some people who listen to this aren't really
so that's fair.
sports people. So we got to teach them, just like you're teaching me right now.
Totally fair. So that's actually our job too.
Okay.
And we launched the actual club.
Yeah.
In September. The game started in April.
Oh wow! So it's very recent.
It's baby.
Okay.
So part of the job this year is to make sure that you and others get to know who these guys are.
Right.
Get to know some of their stories, some of their personalities. Now, the greatest piece of this is that the FC Supra story about un club d'ici pour ici, like a club from here for here, is that it's 100% Quebec players.
Okay.
That's
Love
its mission.
To see it.
Yeah, so it's based off of a model Rocco saw in Atleti Bilbao, where everybody, is from the region and they boost that up, which is extremely important because Quebec football is phenomenal. Some of the best players out there.
Right.
And, a different kind of style, a little more energy, a little more of an attack. There's some stuff there that is the rest of Canada has noticed.
Right.
And so that's its mission here with the Supra, is to push these local kids and this talent, which then brings all their communities with us. And we have to go back into those communities.
Like people like me, I'm going to start coming to games.
I'm telling you, you will.
Okay.
Sure. And what's really cool too is that we're sharing our space with the Roses. So that's an NSL women's team out in Laval.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one of my friends went to a game recently, last year.
Good stuff. It's fun. They're breaking their own ground too. So it's fun to be sharing the stadium space. Yeah.
And then so let's go back.
Yeah, sure.
If we're allowed to Burgundy Lion.
Always. Yeah.
So you started as a busboy.
So
let's go far back.
Well, how far back? We're going
busboy.
Well, my first job was at a group called the Salvio. So I don't think any of your listeners will know about that.
Every single time I have like an old, like not an older guest, but like whatever, they say they went there. And that was like what they missed the most about Montreal is that one place. Yeah.
So David DeSalvio and that family.
Yeah. Oh, it's a family name.
Well, they ran businesses in the city. So I had my first busboy job at 18 at a place called Mess Hall in Westmount.
We just spoke about that last week. I missed that place. Yes, because I used to go there all the time.
What are you talking? Really?
Yeah.
On
Sherbrooke.
I'm not going to ask an age, but really?
Well, yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm 35, but I went with my family. And then what was the owner's name? She was blonde.
Well, it was
Vanessa or something?
It was the DeSalvios.
Okay.
And then there were some people in there. They got like a guy like Niall Nevin who ran it as the manager. He actually gave me my first break in the restaurant business.
Oh, maybe there wasn't a blonde girl then. Maybe I'm crazy.
What?
I like for some reason I thought there was a blonde girl who owned it. But I guess
it
not.
was part of the DeSalvio family.
Yeah.
Right. So they had that, and they had a DeSalvios on Saint Laurent, which was a club up on a higher level. Yeah, it was part of, and they had cafeteria.
Yes.
Which I think is
I was a little I was like at the cusp there.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, no, I'm dating myself. I get it. So this is the problem with these sort of conversations.
Exactly.
So I'm totally dating myself. But so he gave me my first job as a busboy.
Right.
Where you just it was insane.
Yeah.
It was just crazy stories. And then from there, they brought me into cafeteria on Saint Laurent.
Right.
And at cafeteria,
probably saw some crazy things there too.
Yeah, all just crazy. Nothing for this show.
Exactly.
But so this guy Niall and a guy named Avi and a guy named Luc Renault, they all said, we're about to do a bar called Roy Bar. It was, I'm telling you, like during the night, it was insane.
Yeah.
It was, like when George Clooney was in town filming films, that's where he was hanging out because he knew the owners, not right?
Yeah.
So they would invite all these crazy people, but this place was a skater bar.
Okay.
It was, so the Roy Bar was on, it was just off of Saint Denis en Roi.
Okay.
It was near Elsa's. You ever heard of Elsa's?
No.
Yeah, again, and so it's okay.
Oh,
Do
no,
you
I
ever
have to
hear of a
look
place
these-
called? No, but you'll look them up. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You ever heard of a place called Yoda's Den?
No.
So it was DeSalvio's private club.
okay.
Look all this
People are
stuff
gonna
up.
love this though because they
Oh,
love
yeah, yeah.
nostalgia.
It's-
like even
it's
me,
super
I
nostalgia.
love like
It's a super old school
Okay.
Montreal nostalgia.
Oh, that's so
and so
funny.
we were there, and so they brought me in from a busboy.
Yeah.
I ended up managing this bar, Roy Bar. It was a skater bar, but like, fish on the wall, very LA.
Yeah.
Because that's where they were always at. One of the guys was always surfing. He was a model. Luke and Avi knew everybody. Like, it was really cool.
That's
Remember,
so funny.
nerdy kid from Montreal,
Yeah.
just like, this is so cool. They were the first ones
God.
to introduce me to tattooing. I got my first tattoo at
Right.
Avi's
And now you have a
house. Yeah.
sleeve.
There's some ink now, but
Yeah.
but it all started from that.
Okay. Wow.
The hospitality industry is phenomenal. There's ups and downs like any other business.
Yeah.
But it's the one opportunity you get to always have a moment with somebody through food, through drink, whatever it is. But that's us connecting, and we can
Right.
talk about stuff. And very often in the bar business, or in the pubs, or when you're at a counter, when you're talking again, to somebody behind, you open up and you chill and you
Exactly.
chat, right? And that part of that whole industry is what turned me on the most, was that
Okay.
you got to connect with people and talk with people and get to know people briefly. Like it wasn't you weren't hanging out for, 7 days in a row. It was,
right.
so you got to interact with a lot of people, but you can't really be shy in that industry. That's the other thing, right?
Definitely not. Are you shy? No.
Well, I
Well,
was.
you were shy, but you got over it.
Dude, I would go. I remember high school turning bright red when I had to do my book report. I would do
my God, me too.
everything. I would do everything
Yeah.
possible. I would take an F. Like I
Yeah.
would do anything
Yeah.
instead of talking in front of a crowd.
No, me too. I told one of my friends to
Anything.
break my arm. I was like, "Can you
were
put my
desperate-
no,
anything.
put my arm in a door and slam it?"
my
Because I
God.
did not want to be.
That's crazy.
I didn't want to go in front of people. Now I'm better, but podcasting is very different than speaking in front of people because it's just
No,
one
this
on one
is
now.
this is one-on-one.
Yeah.
This is like if we were in a bar
Yeah.
or in a cafe.
Exactly. You're
But
better now though. Like you can just you can public speak.
Are you kidding me? One of the best moments I've ever had
Right.
was being able to give like a little speech
Yeah.
at my high school for a graduating class.
Wow.
Think about that
I would
circle.
cry.
No, but think about that
Yeah.
circle, right? Like in absolute hell at that school.
Yeah.
Hell.
Me too.
2, in front of 400 or 500 people in that auditorium, including the
for you.
principal. Yeah, it was.
Maybe I'll try to
it
do
was
that one day.
No, but it was such a moment.
Yeah.
It was like,
And they loved it.
And I read some of my notes. And
Yeah.
I even brought up like, hey, look, everybody, I'm holding my notes. Because remember, you weren't able to bring up notes when you used to speak.
Yeah.
I said, not anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just.
well, now when you just like at school, people probably just read from their phone. But I guess
maybe,
you're not allowed.
Yeah, I know, but I literally printed out paper. Again,
Good
I'm
for you.
dating myself.
No, me too. I
like
went
this?
to a shoot last week and I printed stuff like this and then
good.
they were very young, the people that were shooting, and they're like, that's really cute. And I'm like,
Paper.
but I don't like, because you don't know, it's not big enough. You want like a huge paper with huge
Yeah,
font,
big
no?
letters, big writing.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah, totally.
you know what? Guess what? I printed 4 and they all use them. They're like, this is actually smart to do
Really?
this. We're gonna do this from now on. I'm like, oh my God, I'm dating myself
That's amazing.
also.
Oh, and you're using your. Okay, so now I get it
Yeah,
right
but
there. You
it was
go.
just because like we switched questions this
That's fair.
morning, and
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
that's
whatever,
fair.
and like I guess having the paper up with the video is like,
Might
you know,
block that, might
yeah,
block it.
exactly.
I got you.
You always know you wanted to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
You did.
I did.
Okay. Even as a
I think-
busboy, you were
Yeah,
like,
well,
yes.
definitely as a busboy. I think when I was younger, at one point, I mean, I think I wanted to be like a cop or
Okay.
something like a police
Wow.
officer, something
Yeah.
along those lines.
You kind of look like a cop.
I look like a cop.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be a good cop.
Yeah, so there
like
you go.
I noticed
Perfect.
a lot of stuff. I see a lot of things. No, but I'd be good
Yeah.
but tough. Like one of those cops.
Were you ever like the bouncer at Burgundy?
Burgundy, I
anywhere?
had some issues.
Were you a
Roy Bar,
bouncer?
I had some. No, I was never a bouncer.
Okay.
No, violence doesn't get you anywhere.
That's
you
true.
learn that pretty quick. I got beat up a few times at the Roy Bar.
Oh wow.
yeah. I
Why?
had-
Because they just
I'm talking
wrong
like,
place, wrong time.
Yeah. There's some skinheads ran in, beat up some punks, and I was there trying to I was the manager.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Oh,
we
wow,
don't
that's so
need any
scary.
of that. And then the Roy Bar. I listen to me. I'm again dating myself.
Yeah.
This is something that happened a long time ago. But
That's
the
so scary,
chairs,
though.
the chairs weighed so much. They were heavy wood
Yeah.
bar chairs.
Yeah.
Bang over the head. I remember just going down. And I was like, yeah.
And
yeah,
this happened a few times.
I think there was one or two incidents there at the Roy Bar. It was
Okay.
pretty exciting. One or two incidents at the at the Burgundy, but that was.
I feel like
again,
the
that
crowd
was
is pretty low key now.
208, 209,
Yeah.
210. That was a long time ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah, again, I do not condone fighting is useless.
Yeah, no,
it's
no,
one
no.
thing if you're UFC or an actual
But yeah,
fighter.
because sometimes people get wasted and then they think that
Yeah,
they
they
can
think you're
fight and
Superman.
they think like, oh, that person's looking at me weird. I'm gonna fight them. Like I've seen that before, and I'm like, what is happening here? But yes, violence
lot of-
not the answer.
Not the answer.
Was there ever a moment you thought this might not work? Just anything. Actually, maybe we'll talk about
Lots of
Burgundy and then we
times.
could talk about football.
Sure, lots of
Soccer,
times.
as I say.
Footy.
Footy, yes.
We're talking football.
Well,
and you're wearing a Chicago Bears t-shirt.
Yeah, I know. But
got
you know,
a total problem with this.
No,
It's
but
for you to say this.
You know what? I have
It's totally
like
crazy.
I am that girl who literally I went to a vintage store and I was like, "Ah, that's a vibe.
It's a cool shirt.
No,
but
I don't know
literally
anything.
But all, you're wearing an American football shirt, and we want to talk about football. I love
Oh,
it.
sorry.
You see where I'm going with this? I'm
Yes.
getting a
Well, maybe
little-
I should have changed, but whatever.
it's
It's
all
okay.
good.
You know, I thought it was cool. You know, vintage.
It's very nice.
You know how much
very
this was?
nice.
This was so expensive. It was $80 for a vintage shirt now.
Well, that's vintage, like good
Yeah.
vintage.
But I don't know. We'll see if it's good vintage. We'll let you know.
Well, if it's actually authentic, then
I think
it's
it
all.
is.
So look at the color, look at the shirt.
TM.
It's good,
Yeah.
right?
Oh God.
So the question was,
yes.
Did I ever think it wasn't going to work?
Yeah.
I think you always think it's not going to work as an entrepreneur. I
Right.
think you're constantly nervous about it not working, which is what drives you day and night. If you think it's going to, you don't go into it you think the idea is good, you're going to go for it, and you're going to bring it out to the world or the community.
Right.
So you've obviously believe in what you're trying to push out. Do you wake up daily worrying that it's not going to work? Absolutely. There's bills to pay, people to take care of. Even when you're on your own, you've got to take care of yourself too. But if you, like myself, and you have a family, then if you're taking those risks,
Right.
you're risking things for them as well, even if they're not involved, in the minute. So I think you're constantly worrying about that. I don't believe
Yeah.
you're not. I don't think it's possible not to worry. And even when it's going well, which is great. And I'm not on a net, like amazing, cool. We're on track and you're seeing where things are supposed to be going. You still need to plan. Like,
Exactly.
eventually there's a tip off, a turn off. Eventually something happens. A pandemic happens, or
Yeah, exactly.
something else happens, or something gets banned, or like things can happen. So again, as an entrepreneur, you're constantly you're dipping
Yeah.
and dodging because you're never 100% sure. An interest rate changes on your loan. I mean,
Right.
things
Yeah,
change.
you don't
right?
think of that stuff.
Yeah, but all of that has a factor.
Exactly. Okay. Wow. Okay, then.
Well, fuel costs, right? So
Yeah.
fuel costs change the cost of your goods, and then your goods have to change to the public. And
Right.
the public might say, "I'm not paying that anymore," and then
Okay.
like, "Oh, now we got a problem."
And then, so how did you get into football? Like, how did that even happen?
So how did I get into football? I'm
Yeah.
a Canadian kid, European roots.
Right.
Only played football like at the YMCA in the summers, and hockey was in the winter. And I wasn't very good at any of it. I wasn't good at hockey, really. I wasn't good at football, like soccer at the Y. I was,
Yeah,
but it was
yeah.
summer.
Okay.
That pool, going with the family, it wasn't dedicated like it is in 2026 today.
Yeah, exactly.
Like today, you're all your all-time indoors, outdoors,
Right.
none of that. And I remember sort of getting information from the European family, like, yeah, okay, whatever. Again, definitely not on. I'm dating myself, but not on the news. You weren't
Yeah.
getting updates on your phone. Like there was nothing, right?
Exactly.
Like it was the radio, it was TV, it was little bits of European information at special magazine shops and paper. No, this is no like.
wow.
You were getting I remember waiting for special British magazines called like a 442. I would go to there was multi-mags, there was different, let's say, all magazine shops, bookstores around the town that would have these, that would come a monthly. So you'd be like, when's it coming? When's it coming?
Wow.
Yeah, like that. So that's how you get your information.
Right.
So then you're a month, the UK would get you, you'd take a look, and then it doesn't show
That's so
up here.
crazy.
Yeah. You were always behind, right?
Wow.
Well, think about it. Same thing with fashion.
Yeah.
Remember,
Oh,
you
yeah, it's
would,
true.
you
Yeah.
would go to Europe, you would come back with something, people like, what the hell?
Exactly.
What is
and it
that?
would come like two
And
years later or
that's right.
something.
then you'd be ahead of the curve
Yeah.
because you picked it up on your travels, right?
Oh, wow.
But then there was a World Cup where Japan, Korea split it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember saying, I think I'm going to get really into it. I don't even really remember why. And I sort of turned and I went to Evangelista, which is a sporting goods store here
Yeah.
in Montreal. And I picked up an England shirt. I was like, I'm going to do this. And I remember sleeping in my dad's office with my brother in a sleeping bag to wake up because it was Japan, Korea. So the timeline was insane.
Oh, my God.
And I remember watching England. And I remember just being like, oh, this is pretty good. It's pretty exciting. And I think the whole idea of it was exciting. And, the late waking up early in the morning to watch a game when you're supposed to be in bed was exciting. And it was all of that stuff. And it just got worse. Now, for those that don't understand, like football is addictive. If you, like a lot of things.
Yeah.
So if you get into it and really into it, you can't stop consuming. There's more.
Well, it's like right now around the world.
World Cup. Yeah, sure. That's even crazier.
Yeah.
And that it's in North America makes it even more hyper intense because media's coming at you. Every province is, everybody's coming at you from all angles. Even people or brands you've never heard of or had no connection to football, they have it now.
Exactly.
Right. And so there's this thing about football and it gets in your skin and you can't stop. And then you realize football is the only sport that can start a war, can end a war, and is the only sport, I'm telling you, like I know people might go, oh, maybe cricket or maybe rugby, like based on globe and human consumption, that you can start talking to somebody. Doesn't matter if we don't even speak the same language. And if I say Messi or Ronaldo, I say just that.
No, Messi's fine. I know that one.
But what I mean is you will, no matter our language, you'll be like, oh yeah, I know what I know what he's or she's talking about. What else does that?
Okay.
Right?
That's true.
We can go anywhere and start talking about, I'm telling you, you can almost go into any one of the locations around the studio and you start talking to somebody about soccer. I'm saying soccer, but football.
Yeah.
Immediately, I bet you a conversation starts. Try it and you'll be surprised. You won't do that with hockey. I mean, in Montreal, it's different with the Habs.
Yeah, exactly.
I get that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't work in a lot of other places in the world. But football does.
True.
And it becomes a big connector. Then you're in an odd place and you see somebody with a football kit either from your team or your country team and you say, hey, what's up, man? Or hey, and then all of a sudden you guys connect in a random location. That's football.
It brings people together. There you go. That should be your slogan. Brings people together. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, actually?
I use that somewhere. I don't remember where. But
I was like, oh, okay. And then why do you think soccer culture has exploded in Canada? Because of you.
Like, you mean today?
Yes.
Well,
just in general.
Okay, well,
not because of the World Cup, but just like,
okay. So you're saying pretend the World Cup didn't just come here? Like,
I feel like more people,
So there's 100% more men and women playing football right now in Canada than they are playing hockey.
Okay.
It's more affordable, but I don't want to get into this whole thing, but it's becoming more and more expensive for a kid to play organized football at a sort of a high level.
Yeah.
So that's changing too, which is not great. But obviously the entry level is very different than hockey.
Well, hockey,
full equipment, all that. Canada is blessed to have immigration, right? And immigration, literally from around the world, is bringing in football. They're all football heads.
Okay.
So those parents, those grandparents, and those kids are already down with football. They come here or they're born here, and mom and dad are like pushing football, and so they're playing it in the schoolyards. And this is why it's sort
makes
of
sense.
Right. And you look at the sort of the national, like the backgrounds of Team Canada's players, you'll see exactly that. They're all from all over. Like the roots spread from all over. Africa, Latin America, like at all Europe.
Yeah.
But they're obviously they represent Canada.
Yeah.
So I think those factors are why it's where it is today. And then obviously having several years to promote the fact that the World Cup was coming here to North America, and that ramps up.
Right.
Because it's been several years that we knew that it was coming here. And this is the whole time around COVID where Montreal decided to sort of drop the ball a little bit on not putting in the money to continue on. Because Montreal had a bid in for the 2026. So Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver would have been the host cities.
Oh, classic.
Yeah. Classic, huh?
Do you think Montreal gets enough credit as a soccer city?
I think it does, and I think it doesn't.
Right.
So definitely people know that Montreal and Quebec have good footballers. You see it right now, Bombito and Kone right on the team, and you see what our club did, like CSM on the Canadian Championship versus Toronto FC in the MLS. So people obviously have taken notice, and this isn't just this year. This has been for years, but I think it's getting better and better and better and better. And I think more and more people are perking up to the idea that Montrealers and everybody in the culture and the community, we know this is a football city.
Yeah.
We're very clear. We know where to play pickup games. We know to hang out. We're going to watch games. We know everybody's into it. But on the larger scale, the bigger media, that kind of thing, I think that all changes this year with everything.
After this podcast.
Yeah, after this podcast.
Everyone's going to know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Well, no, because I feel like people, I mean, I might not add this just because it might make me look dumb, but no, but I just find like I never knew that you had this like soccer thing. I knew roses, but I wasn't like really into it. And I feel like I always want to do stuff in the summer to like watch a game. Like the hockey's not on.
Hockey's done.
So
hockey's done.
you like want to like do something and there's nothing really going on. So I feel like people might be like, oh shit, there's like more fun things to do.
I think you're absolutely right, but that's part of our job and the league's job in the Canadian Premier League to let people know, hey, there's a Canadian league here.
Yeah, because I feel like
it's not being pushed enough. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Okay, I'm gonna try to push it more.
No, but please, but something like this show. Sorry to cut you off, but something like this show is exactly the kind of thing that will help get the eyeballs on the league, on the team. So, what's that? I'm going to go check that out.
Exactly.
Maybe there's an interest. Maybe I'll go see the game because the prices of the tickets are ridiculous. Then I go.
How much are
$20.
tickets?
You're looking at a $20 ticket.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, it's $25.
And where do they play again?
In Laval.
Okay.
You're playing at we're sharing the stadium with the Roses.
Okay.
So they'll play and then we'll play and then we'll,
I mean,
we'll
Laval,
banner it up.
I'm not going to lie, Laval has really upped its game. There are good restaurants there. So
good restaurants.
People might make it into a night, you know? Like,
Bell,
right? Oh, yeah.
There's an amazing center. The Habs practice out there. There's entrepreneur, there's restaurant, like you said, restaurants, businesses.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people are moving towards Dollard, Laval, like all that stuff. Yeah. Like Gentile just opened. You know what I mean? So I feel like they're going out there.
They're all,
okay, well,
that's it.
Totally.
Yes.
Why does soccer bring people together differently than other sports?
Again, I think it's it's a great question.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's a great question.
Yeah. It's funny. I had Chuck on here, Chuck Hughes, and I've worked for him for like 15 years, and he's like, "Wow, ChatGPT really helped you on these questions."
Did he say that?
Yeah, I'm like, "Fuck you," But yeah, no, just
he actually supported goal for a little bit.
Yes.
So the question was, why does football bring people together and it
differently than other sports?
Again,
or does it?
Yeah, but totally. But it's that international energy.
Okay.
So this is it. So we can talk about England. We can talk about Italy. We can talk about Brazil. We can talk about Croatia. We can talk about Iraq. We can talk about Israel. We can talk about Egypt. We can talk about Colombia. Every spot on the planet has football. Has a football team, and it comes together. So and then you have the international stuff, and then you push it down, and then you have the leagues.
Right.
So you have the Premier League or Serie A or La Liga or Ligue 1. And so all of these leagues have the best players, cool teams, great jerseys, great marketing, international stuff going on. It's always, it's not like just here.
Yeah.
Right? Hockey, I'm using it as an example because I'm a huge Habs fan too.
Yeah.
But hockey is North America. Yes, there are leagues all over the world.
Yeah.
Sure. But let's be honest.
Not really. Yeah.
Let's be honest. It's the NHL. That's okay. And Olympic hockey.
Right.
Okay. Football is
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Okay.
And there's major competitions.
Yeah. Are people supposed to know these leagues?
Which ones?
Like
I just
any
sort of
league.
blurbed up.
Yeah, just those leagues.
Well, if you're into football, you know that they play in.
I'm just wondering.
So the way you would look at it is you'd look at Germany, England, Spain, Italy, France as the main leagues. There's leagues in every country. But those are the main ones that really have the players back and forth. And all the players, well, actually not Neymar Jr., but most of the players that are playing right now in this World Cup, this still comes out during the World Cup.
Yeah.
The stars in that are all playing in these major those major leagues.
And then what do you think of yesterday's loss?
Oh, yeah, we're dating it like this? Yesterday's loss
Well, no, okay, fine. 2 weeks ago's loss. I don't know. Because it's coming out.
Canada losing to Switzerland sucked.
Yeah.
It's too bad, but it doesn't matter because there's two things here. Canada, for the first time ever in its entire men's World Cup history, is on in the round of 32, the knockout round. Dude, that's insane. right? This World Cup, Canada did everything, broke all its records that it needed to break. Brilliant.
Right.
So already massive improvement, and we're on the round of 32. Massive. Against Switzerland, if we had won that game, okay, or drawn, we would have been the top of our group, which would have given our team the opportunity not to pack up shop in Vancouver and go to California.
Oh, okay.
Travel time for a team hurts. It just hurts. You're uprooting. It's no longer as familiar. Obviously, the family will travel, but it's not as familiar if you're a Canadian team. You're leaving Canadian home soil to play in the U.S.
Right.
So you got to travel. Less days off.
Okay.
Every day counts when you're an athlete.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Every day. I mean, momentum is obviously important, but it's not the same thing with hockey. Like you see with hockey, you don't want time off. You need to keep plowing. So that hurts as well because they play right away on the 28th. So right away.
Okay.
And then we already know who that opponent is. So
Who do you think is
South
going to win the
Africa.
whole thing?
Well,
Let's make predictions right now.
I'm going with England.
Okay. Well, yeah.
So everybody's when we're gonna look
We'll
at this
see.
and you're gonna
We'll
clip, it's
see.
gonna be a disaster.
When is it done? I think it's done the 15th or something, right? Like that's the last
19th
game.
of July. 19th of July.
So let's just see when this is coming out and if you'll know the winner by then.
I cannot say it's not gonna be England.
Oh no, you'll be a week before. This is coming out on the 8th.
Great. So we're
So
gonna
we'll
go with
see.
England.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna go with England.
And otherwise, we're going to we'll say Canada, but we both know that's not going to happen.
Yeah, Canada. Come on.
I know, but you got to say that too,
Yeah.
with being being born here in Canada. And otherwise, honestly, I think the best would be a Cinderella story.
Yeah.
I mean, like a dark horse team where you're just like, what? What,
Okay.
DR Congo,
Yeah.
you get it. Something like that would just, I think,
But we'll just
blow
say
everybody
England.
out of the water.
Maybe I'll say England too. Just
it.
so I'm a bandwagoner.
Like,
okay?
okay.
Well, also, what do you think about social media?
I love it.
You do? Okay.
Social media?
Yeah.
Love it.
Just because I don't know. Because you were talking about your old, like how before then it was like it came to you 2 months later, blah, blah, blah. So I'm wondering, because some people hate social media, but I feel like in your situation for like soccer and stuff like that,
Especially
social
with
media is amazing.
With the show, with the charity.
Well, what show were you on?
So the first half.
Okay, that's
So the
what's
first
called?
half, yeah, it's called the
Right.
first
And
half.
what night's it on?
Friday. Well, so it's
So when does it
Friday
come out?
nights live
Okay.
on TSN.
And then it's on.
But it started off, and it still is. We have podcast episodes where
Okay.
we go do things like this.
Yeah.
We go do interviews with musicians at locations. Like we do.
Okay.
We've done stuff in New York. Like we
Oh,
travel
amazing.
around.
Yeah.
And it's about football culture. It's not about players and stats and.
Okay.
I honestly believe that should be left to professional, ex-professional athletes that are on the mic. People that do analysis of other athletes better have been an athlete. No, but I'm dead serious.
I'm actually
not
laughing
an armchair
'cause it's
because
so
I'm not
true.
an armchair coach.
Yeah.
It's one thing if I'm home screaming at this. Why isn't you making make the substitute? Screaming like that. That's okay. But to go on air, to go live with criticism of athletes, I am not an athlete.
Yeah.
Like I promise you, I'm not an athlete. Who the fuck am I to talk about a guy or a girl? But like for me specifically, male football, men's football. I'm criticizing his ability or what he did on the pitch. I have no clue what it's
Exactly.
like. Shut up.
That's actually
Shut up.
that's very
so
funny that you
that's
say
where I
that.
stand on that. But social media, I love.
Right.
Because social media, again, like anything, if it's hurts you or it's negative, don't do it. If you can use it as a tool for business and check out things and see cool shit that's happening in Europe or in Spain or in Latin America, or like guys in downtown LA or New York are doing something super cool and they post it, you would never have seen it otherwise. Why wouldn't that? That's the coolest thing.
I agree. And then what does success mean to you today versus 10 years ago? And then we'll do the rapid fire.
What does success mean today
To
versus
you today versus 10 years ago? Very deep question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't think it's any different. I think success means being able to take the people that are part of it on the ride with you.
Right.
And everybody wins sort of mentality. So success means just everybody who is with you from the beginning is still with you if they've done the time. And you become a tight-knit sort of crew and family and,
Yeah.
I don't know if that answers it properly.
No, it
that's
does. It's true.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah. Well, because 10 years ago, you might have different values than now. But
like make as long as what you're putting out people like, you're successful.
Okay.
And as long as you're proud of what you're doing, and even if they don't like it, you're still successful. So the success meter is you're putting that on yourself. Nobody else can put that on that for you. Like it's really you're making like you said. If I'm happy with what I'm putting out, I'm good. If we like what we're doing with the charity, we're good.
Yeah.
If we like what we're serving, we're good.
Well, we can talk about the charity after too.
But
we'll do the rapid fire.
Okay.
One word to describe Montreal.
Energetic.
What do you think are the biggest differences between Montreal pubs and London pubs?
London pubs, you can do whatever the hell you want. Here, there's way too many rules.
What rules?
There's rules. It's
There's
Quebec,
rules, okay.
dude. Like it's
There's
there's way too many rules. London, you go,
That's so
go
funny.
hog wild. Plus, they start early.
What's your favorite season in Montreal?
Fall.
Why?
Because it's crisp and cool, and you can wear a little jacket.
Yes.
And I love the colors, but it's hot, and then it can be cold. You can still barbecue, you can still swim, you can still run, you can still be outside. You can go in like it's. I don't know. It's fall.
No, I agree because I'm also the type, like I like a sweater.
Fall.
You know.
Yeah.
When did you realize your business was a big deal in Montreal? Just everything you do, the pubs, football, everything.
Well, the pub business when we was in there was, I guess, when you see it, 18 years later. Right? I mean, it's the longevity. Same thing with goals. 16 years doing things in the community, being amazing.
And what's goal?
So Goal's the football charity that we have going on that I started, well, like I said, started 16 years ago. We take money from people and we give it back to the community.
Okay.
We rebuild football fields for public schools
Amazing.
and public spaces. Yeah, which is
I love that.
Which is
Okay.
insane because
Yeah.
the public system in Quebec has got a lot to work on.
Yeah.
There's some problems and they're not putting money into recreation. Like, do I fix a door in a washroom or do I help with the soccer field outside?
Yeah,
the
exactly.
washroom gets the
Exactly,
fix. But meanwhile, you put your kids on the pit, you put them outside, and the kids are breaking their ankle or getting hurt
Yeah.
because the
field is-
space isn't safe. No, it's like
Okay.
crazy not safe. So
That's
again,
an
and I have
interest- yeah.
kids too. Like activity is the only thing that keeps a kid from going completely bonkers
Mm-hmm.
in class. So you how can you not? Yeah, so that's
I like that
sorry,
answer.
that's a little bit of a long
No, I like
answer
that
to
one.
that.
That was great. What's your What's your brutally honest take on Montreal bar scene right now?
Well, I think the people that are in it and that are running it are doing a phenomenal job keeping it going and giving it energy and light and still having internationals go like, oh, cool, what's going on in Montreal? I think the bar scene and the drinking scene in general is hurting a little bit from not
People
just
not
the
drinking
tariffs
anymore?
and people aren't drinking the same as they used to.
It's
so
true.
So the ones that are in it and what they're doing is amazing because they're having to be creative and they're having to
Do you think they'll pivot to mocktails?
Well, I think mocktails already exist. It's not. It's not a
But now
pivot.
but a lot of I've been invited to a lot of events where it's like mocktail, like everything
is
is a
the whole
mocktail.
thing, yeah.
It's like even fly gin. They did
yeah?
they do mocktails now. And I'm like, but it's just like juice, right? So
It's all. That's
it's
totally what it is.
basically
It's just juice.
But but literally, like that's the headline. That's like introducing mocktails,
Really?
mocktails. So I guess it's
And
the
it's
thing.
not a canned thing.
No.
You're talking about literally a drink.
literal mocktails, and like I guess
Because if it's a
people aren't
product in
drinking.
a can, it's a different story.
Yeah.
Because then it's just brand like you're
Exactly.
hey, I'm selling you.
Yeah. No.
okay.
This is like come and try the menu, like a menu plus mocktails. So
Okay.
no alcohol.
No,
and I'm like,
wow.
oh, that's interesting. Like what a
Interesting,
fly
yeah.
gin and like not drinking. But yeah. What do you think are the best pubs in Montreal, not including your own? Or maybe including your own?
Yeah, well, Lord William.
Yeah.
For sure. Awesome
Okay.
spot.
Do you own that?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's part of the Orchard Group. Those guys do a
Right.
phenomenal job. They even do a fantastic fish and chip. I know. I had one just the other day. Actually, out in the
Oh.
West Island because they have Kelly's. It's part
Yeah.
of the Orchard. Like
Okay.
those guys are all over. But
It's called the Orchard Group?
Old Orchard Group, yeah. But
That's like the
there's-
group? Okay.
Yeah. No,
I just
never
sorry.
is.
I'm so sorry. I just
Big Joe, man.
I-
he's
Yeah, I just- I'm
Irish
sorry.
King of Montreal. He's a great guy. No, you got to check him out. He'd be a great. He'd
Yeah.
be a great character. He'd
Okay,
be
so
a
maybe
great
I'll get
guest
him
on your show.
I'll get him on. What do you think are the best hidden restaurants in Montreal?
I don't think they're hidden at all. Satay Brothers. I think
Oh,
some of the
so good there.
Like another level.
Yeah.
Baracco Group does some amazing stuff
Yeah.
too. Like Fugazi, those guys are another thing. And I like. Sounds crazy, but there's a Sushi Kim. There's a sushi shop run out of Westmount Square.
Yeah.
Some of the best sushi I've ever had.
It's true.
And they're super cool and they're super fun. He's a football head too, one of the owners. And then again, none of these are hidden.
Yeah.
But like Park.
But hidden to other people who don't know about it.
So Park.
Yeah.
Have you eaten at Park?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
And they have a lunch special.
It's
Amazing.
delicious.
Yeah.
It's
I was
delicious.
actually
He's another
supposed to go
football
today.
guy. He's another crazy
Okay.
football guy.
Love that. And then what does Montreal do better than any other city in the world?
Food and being hospitable. That sounds crazy because a lot of people are like, it's not so.
Yeah.
Montrealers are cool. Montrealers are welcoming.
Yeah.
Montrealers love when people come from out of town to show them a good time. Love it.
And then
love it.
If you had 24 hours in Montreal, where would you send them for food, drinks, and a cultural experience?
Oh, man, that's such a good question. So, sounds insane, but
And you
Satay
can also
Brothers or
include.
Marvin's.
Okay.
So Satay Brother or Marvin's. You ever
Yeah.
been to Marvin's?
No, but I've heard about it. I know that.
Are you
I'm
nuts?
supposed to be a foodie, and you're just.
It's
yeah.
old school, hardwood, some of the craziest Greek you're gonna ever
Okay.
eat. The guys are insane. I'm not gonna say anymore. You have to go
Okay.
there. So that's where we're going for food.
Let's look this up.
For a drink and an ambiance. Oh man, Milky Way.
Okay.
I think those.
I've been there in forever.
Upstairs, right? It's part of their thing, but it's like down to they take. I know this sounds again crazy, but the care with the serving of the glassware and some of the stuff, the way it's brought to you. No, but it's so important. Like
I agree.
you know. And so if you're having a cocktail or like Atwater Cocktail Club, they care. Like Craftsman, it matters.
Yeah.
It totally matters. So
Question.
yeah.
Wait. So if a place had horrible service but amazing food, would you go back? Or if they had the opposite?
Yeah, right. So okay food, but amazing service.
Yeah.
Okay food, amazing service wins every time. Service is
That's
everything.
true. That's what everyone says.
Service is everything.
Yeah.
Shit service is the worst. When you go in anywhere and someone's looking down, someone doesn't give you eye contact,
Yeah.
doesn't say thank you, doesn't. My money counts.
Yeah.
My money really counts. And if it's very rare that somebody that owns a business isn't very excited to see you at the cash.
Okay.
Thank you, because
Yeah.
they understand that every dollar you're about to spend is coming to their
Exactly.
business, and it's from your hard-earned pocket. Usually people that work for people or work for like a large chain, they couldn't care less.
Exactly.
But service, I believe, again, this is a question to me, it's everything. It trumps food. It trumps food. I mean, you might not go back several times. You might go, maybe the food wasn't so good, I'll go back one more time because maybe the chef was
Just
off or
see.
something was off. And then again, if the food is still not that great, but the service is great, you probably don't go back.
Yeah.
But if it's one of the two like that in this random sort of quick answer, service every day.
Everyone says that. Who's a restaurant owner? All
Really,
say
yeah?
that. Yeah.
It's
but then,
key. Well,
but
think
then
about you. You go into a restaurant.
Yeah.
You service or food. Well, what's your answer? It's your question. What's the answer?
I don't know. I think I would go for the food.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Weird though, because like if they're like very rude, like if they're mean, then no, then I'll never go back.
But if it's like part of the game, like if it's part of the sort of ambiance where the chef
Well,
is,
also-
or they're a little bit rude, but it's
okay,
not.
fine, I'll switch my answer.
What?
If the food, like, honestly, I don't even know.
But think about it, because
I'll have to
that's a
think
big,
about it.
especially if you're on the foodie side of
Yeah.
your life, that's a big one.
Yeah.
If the
even
service is,
know.
if they're rude, like they're like, ugh.
Yeah. But you know what
And
I'll
then
do?
they charge you a fortune.
Well,
You're
yeah,
okay
I got
with
in.
this?
I'm not going to post this because I got in shit last time. But I said I had someone on, and they said that somewhere was really good, and I go, yeah, the food was amazing, but I had horrible service there all 3 times. I wrote them an email. They literally told me to fuck off, basically. And so I said it on the podcast, like I didn't realize that I had it at the end, like of a clip. Oh my God, the amount of hate I got was insane. People
From
are
the
like,
restaurant
from the
or
rest-
the restaurant
everyone.
fans?
Everyone.
Oh.
Like people said, at first people were like, oh, amazing. She's telling people how it is, blah, 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 blah. Cause I never said the food was bad. But then they got all their like little friends. And then this guy wrote me like, oh, you should fucking die. Yeah.
It's pretty intense over food.
Yeah. And then I was like, wow, that's why I get scared now about like hidden gems and stuff like that. I get very scared.
Well, you have to also think about it's so subjective too. It's an
Exactly.
opinion. So
Yeah.
I can go in somewhere and not like the food because I just don't like the
Exactly.
food. And now we're categorizing categorizing the entire establishment or its whole ecosystem because this one person didn't like the tartare or something. That's not fair either.
Yeah.
So I can see,
but I always,
I'm playing both
even
sides of this.
If you told me to go somewhere and I've never tried it and you said it was horrible, I would still go and I would try it myself because I do not trust people.
But it's like art.
Yeah.
I really like this
you
and I
can't
don't
trust
really
anyone.
like it.
Yeah.
But it's for you to decide.
I agree.
Again, you, nobody else.
I agree. But then people do come to me and they say like, where should I go here? Where should I go there? I said, this is my opinion. It might be really good. Some people said like my mom, I don't trust my mom for food recommendations, ever. She always thinks everything is bad.
You know what?
I'm like,
the best answer,
no.
you know the best answer so you don't get in trouble? Just say, go check it, go see what Anthony Bourdain does in every city and just follow that list. You're safe.
Oh,
I'm telling
that's
you.
an interesting one.
Do that.
Okay. What did he did he come to Montreal? What did he say?
Anthony Bourdain?
Yeah, I know he came, but where did he go?
24
Everywhere?
hours. Do look up after this.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Maybe I'll do, oh my God, I'm gonna do a series and go to every single place he went.
24 hours with Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
He was with Dave and Fred from Joe Beef when they were together at Joe Beef.
Oh my Dave. I went to Grill Nature. That was amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have you been? West Island. I haven't had a chance yet.
Okay. It's very good.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. You're the best.